on, and there we go. Hello, the internet. Welcome back to the Secrets of Strahd, Far-Reach Co's take on the Curse of Strahd D&D 5e campaign. We are playtesting all of our awesomeness, listening to our cool music, and using this beastly virtual tabletop. That's everything that we're doing. We're down a player, possibly, who might join in with us later, but we'll figure it out. Luckily, Arcane has managed to separate out the party, so maybe it won't be a big deal. We will probably be okay. I think Chestnuts has been a... yeah,
managed to. Like, that's not a thing we often do.
Yeah, as though Arcane the inanimate object that is this mansion, did anything. You are victims of your own demise. Okay, shall we stick with Chestnuts as our code word for amusement?
Sure.
Awesome. That means there can be no chestnuts in the actual narrative of the game. Chestnuts are of canon, not native to Barovia.
Chestnuts aren't cannons. They're nuts.
Chestnuts are not cannons. Oh man, I'm not even going to entertain that thought. All right, wait, intro video, go. Boom. Transition. And speaking of educating children, okay. Previously, here's what we will not be doing at all. Go away if you are here, children. You do not belong. This is not for you. Oh my goodness. Okay. Arcane, the frozen and forgotten and ruined manor on the mountain, halfway up the mountain overlooking the valley of Barovia, where our heroes went in search of the holy symbol of Ravenloft, that they may have some defense against the vampire's powers. After some initial victories, you guys were feeling bold, having wiped out a couple of spiders, but the boldness would not last as you faced off against a few of the knights, the revenants of Arcane. They were bitches. They kicked some butt. They really gave you all a hard time. And in a moment of desperation, with the realization that the knights had a fixation on V, a plot was hatched. And Jalin, furious that you would not eat his brownies, stabbed you through the heart and you died. Or so it would seem. Now, we all know, but No, was that a question? Yes. Wild, huh? Let me see. Alright, I will move my microphone slightly farther away, and I will double check that it's using the correct microphone. Thank you for capturing that. I can fix that as well. I see it, yep, my thing's going red. Fixing. There we go. It'll be a little bit quieter, but that should do the trick. Oh, that will indeed be a problem with the microphone. Switch to some mic. Okay. I will continue the recap. Somebody please check that to make sure it's working. Also, I am hearing myself somehow. How did that happen? That's weird. Okay, it went away. No, it went away. We're good. I think I know what it was. We're good. Okay. So
Everything's settled.
I think everything is settled. Give us a check on the stream and make sure. But I think Cody's doing that.
Yes.
There we go. Much better.
Are we meant to be live right now? Because the music is like
And it's also
having the
still
video.
introing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
can we check how the music levels
transition.
were after
I
that?
can't see what we're doing.
Oh, yep. I turned the microphone on, but I failed to transition to the screen where they could see our glorious faces. Hello, glorious faces. That should fix that, and music I can also fix by showing non-video participants and turning it down. It's right around there. So it's very strange. For some
Okay.
reason, it comes in way louder than you guys. I don't know why it does that.
Oh, we did it, guys. We did it. Congratulations. We did the
Yeah.
did a stream. Great job, folks.
Success.
Have a great rest of your night.
Peace.
Yep. Rocks fall, everyone dies. So, the party, having killed V, momentarily satiating the knights, Kahn threw down a big old fog cloud and ran off, leading the revenants into it so that the party would have time to scatter, which scatter they did. Jalin ran off and is nowhere to be seen. Upstairs, Kahn got away from the revenants. They didn't find him, but they are, presumably still searching. And further upstairs, Doc ran up to explore higher and higher in the manor, opening finding an open chamber with a huge figure sitting in a throne room and a large sword. And that is where we pretty much left off last time. So,
Sounds right.
I think we need to start with Doc, as you are in the most immediate of situations up there in area Q33. You've snuck in through this back room. The doors are broken down. There's a hole in the roof leading to the sky above. Snow is piling up on the floor. This main chamber is huge. It's huge. It's like 30 feet across and double or triple that long. And at the far end are 3 huge stained glass windows and a throne looking out over them. Sitting on this throne, you can't see the figure well, but you can definitely see he's kind of slunched over in the chair, leaning on this huge icy blade, and you see a little bit of movement from him, but he has not, as though he's just adjusting his position slightly, but he has not regarded you in any way. You are not, to the best of your knowledge, you're not seen. As you get eyes on this guy,
Not seen, not heard.
no, not yet. You've just kind of walked into this room. He's about 60 feet away from you. You've just kind of crept into this room and you spotted like, oh shit, there's somebody in that chair. But he had not, we rolled for that, and he had not seen you yet.
Okay.
What is your reaction to seeing this this large figure? It's humanoid. It's a person, clearly armored, but facing away from you, don't have very much to discern about it.
Okay. Doc says out loud, and just why are we here together in this place?
I love it. Straight to the point. There's this like crackle in the floorboards there, and the figure kind of stands from his he stands from the throne and turns to face you, hand still on the sword. I have a cool immersive image for this character, which I will throw up on the map. His movements are very slow, very deliberate. Boom, like very similar to the revenants downstairs. Singular intent. His face is completely rotted away, eyes sunk in and red with hate. His hair is tied back, and he wears a thick cloak over his shoulders, a thick fur cloak, maybe denoting some sort of a rank or something from his armor. He is much more well armored and well ornamented than the other revenants that you've seen. And he looks at you for a long moment, taking in everything he sees, rolls a check, and answers. He sighs. Go away. He stands still and ready. What's your response?
Doc says, and where do you expect me to go? My path has led me here for a reason.
I see. He takes a step towards you and kind of sizes you up. Seeing your weapons and everything. He holds his own sword, kind of ready to move. And what reason brings you to my vault?
Doc looks at him and says, and dead eyes says, I think it's getting pretty obvious why anybody is showing up to someplace like this. There's terrible beasts around, and an even more terrible beast in a castle. You know his name.
I see. The devil Strahd.
Yeah.
And so you have come to seek me.
Well, you ain't seeking out me.
I see. Well, do I count you as friend or foe?
Well, I've got one job. I got one job right now, and it ain't you. So you make sense of that for me.
Well, then you are free to leave. If you have come to this land to free this land from the creature that feasts on the blood of the innocents, know this. There is no monster I hate more than Strahd Von Zarovitch.
When you cower in your castle to the end of time and more.
He bristles a moment.
You're no good. So either lend me some power, or I am getting out of here.
Know nothing of what you speak, fool. Strahd came to our place. He slew my lord Argynvost. He broke the life here, the light that filled these halls. He destroyed the love which I devoted my life to. But Strahd has already died once. He cannot be allowed to die again. This place is his torment, and I will see him tormented forever. I will not allow you to end his torment.
His torment is your torment.
That it is. And so I wait here in my halt ensuring
what?
eternity. The devil will suffer here eternally, seeking love he cannot find, seeking satisfaction he will never meet. I will not allow it. He will simply suffer. And as long as he is suffering, I am content to wait for his suffering to last eternally, for he deserves nothing less.
You make a pretty good point. Well, you may want to watch Strahd suffer, but I don't want to watch these people under his command suffer.
They're nothing but ants. Most are not even people. This place is a shadow.
It's pretty hopeless, huh? So you have nothing to offer me?
If you seek to destroy the devil and end his suffering, I can offer you a swift death.
And if I win, what kind of leverage would I gain against him?
Win. Win a contest against us. Leave this place. I have nothing for you. Stay and you will be destroyed. Fight and you will be destroyed. There is no purpose. What? You're wasting your time. Go seek
Why did I show up then? Why was I given counsel on coming to this place?
counsel. Who has counseled you?
What's it to you? What do you care about the ants? They're no threat to you.
I care little. Until they start crawling into my home, then I must stamp them out.
I'll be gone soon. Sounds like there ain't nothing here for me, even if I do beat your ass.
Dice rolls. Dicey situation. You chuckled.
I play this game to relax, friends. This is not relax, okay?
Well, it matters not. You have spirit, friend, but, if you've come to destroy me, just know that I've already perished defending this land from evil. I am doomed forever. Same as you, same as all others. Destroy this body if you will, if you can.
But it makes no difference if you die again.
It makes no difference at all. My spirit will find a new corpse to inhabit, and I will hunt you again and again and again.
You're no better than Strahd himself with those kinds of words.
He doesn't like that. His eyes just flare with hatred and anger. Oh, God! Oh, God!
Can I make an intimidation check?
You can make make the intimidation check. Or what are you trying to intimidate him into? Are you trying to? What would a success indicate?
Are you trying to show him your chestnuts? Because
Yeah, I was trying to show him my chestnuts. I'm trying to get him to tell me what kind of leverage I can gain out of this situation, and also trying to get him to back off.
All right, you can make a check, and he'll contest it.
Okay. Uh, 19?
19 is good. I have to find his stat block, which is here. moment.
I guess guidance on myself.
Ooh. Technically, I think you can.
Yeah, usually you would have to do it beforehand, but I'll allow it. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. You can add the guidance.
Alright.
That's important. That changes things because he's a big roller. I just need to know what his modifier is.
I'm gonna guess 2.
Okay, this page.
Okay, so 23.
23. That's better.
Ooh, nice. Mucho betero.
I can't find this. Oh, I hate losing my pages.
It's okay.
Okay.
You'll be fine.
With the 19, he does not. With the 23,
No,
you said?
23.
23 total.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes up 21 minimum, and okay, he does not immediately attack you, but he is flaring with rage and anger, and you see as he lifts the sword, it glows with sort of an arcane power. Additionally, he kind of pushes his cloak to one side and cracks his shoulders and whispers something under his breath. You see a holy symbol around his neck sort of start to glow. You can't make out much more, as though it's getting ready to cast something. And you see some other things. Movement around the corners of the room, which I will add to the map. I told you guys.
No. I don't think you read that right in the book.
I read it right in the book, and I told you guys we're running this by what's in the book.
No,
Boom.
I think you misread it. I think it said that everything is peaceful and we don't die and get hurt.
It's Option D to duplicate. I can never remember my key commands. Control D. Got it. Control D. Getting good at these key commands.
Yeah,
Either side of the room. Go ahead and put them. The walls start to shimmer, and humanoid, ghostly, ethereal figures step through the walls. 6 of them, 3 on either side of the room, each with swords drawn, ready to defend their leader. As he himself he clutches the amulet momentarily around his neck, and it glows with a arcane force, as though he's preparing something, but he's not attacking. He is enraged, but he does not attack. He simply says, "I have nothing for you here. Leave. Keep your head down low. If you cling to hope so desperately, try to find some small meaning in this world away from the devil. But leave us here to our watch. Pursue the devil no longer. Give up this meaningless crusade of yours." I'm going to give you a minute to think on that. You are fully and totally surrounded.
Yeah.
And he is ready to swing, but he's not swinging. We're going to pop downstairs.
Yeah.
Kahn, it's your go. You have just evaded the revenants. You're running, darting through corridors, getting around corners, hiding in the shadows. You hear them clanking in their armor, searching, sort of shouting to one another in Draconic, and you are safe from their view on the 2nd floor. This catwalk leading around the upper area. The floor is cold and icy, and there are a couple of features here. There's doors on either of the 2 catwalks you can see on the map, and stairs leading down. The roof, while this is a catwalk, it is a solid roof between you and the 3rd floor. I think that is reasonable to clarify. Where are you going? There's areas up here we haven't explored yet. There are also 2 red curtains at either side of the room. Both are drawn shut at opposing corners of the room.
I think Kahn would be mainly focused on trying to regroup, as he is more tacticianist type situation. He understands that what he just went up against one-on-one is not winnable.
Okay.
So 2-on-1 is significantly more favorable. He doesn't know. He can't go back down the same way he just came up.
Yeah.
So
Yes, that's bad juju.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna probably try to find Doc, because he knows Doc was up and shooting down. So that's his goal.
Yeah. You can even
But I
clearly
have-
identify the room that he was posted up in right there was Q23.
Yeah, would I have any
Sort of all
indication
that.
of where he might have gone? Because I don't think he ever called anything out. So, do I need to do like an investigation check or something?
Yeah, an investigation check, trying to figure out which way he went.
Okay.
Don't mind me, I'm just dead in the other room.
We'll come
No
back
worries.
to you in a moment.
No, you're eating a burrito.
Yeah, V's
I
dead
think
body.
this is canonical.
It's just-
I think it's absolutely canon. Investigation? Oh,
Sorry.
that's bad.
They got
Okay.
the best Mexican food in Hawaii.
The afterlife.
Yep.
That's the afterlife, yeah, definitely.
Do you still have Al?
It's a 10. No, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
He
Awesome.
gone.
A 10. What I'll tell you is that you can see the floor right here outside this room has been disturbed. Some of the ice that was long untrodden is cracked from where your friends were stomping around. Up into this, they were clearly in this upper right-hand corner. Looks like they went up to this curtain that's drawn shut and moved around, but it's hard to tell, man. It's a mess. Everything's kind of everywhere with the 10. They were here. He was here. He moved from this location, but it's a shot in the dark as to which way he went. I will tell you from this end, you can see a spiral staircase at the far end of the room leading upwards, and a corridor shooting off to the right.
Yeah, but there's 2 empty rooms between that and me, so I think what would make the most sense if I'm genuinely kind of like unsure, I'm just gonna roll a d20. I'm gonna see what direction it tells me to go, aka 1 to 5, is west, so on and so forth. That's a 14, so that should be. I'm gonna go east.
East. That would be.
So whatever discovering section is to the right.
Well,
So whatever things I can discover to my right.
East would be back towards the Revenants, but if you go down this hallway, there is a eastward room. There's also that curtain that's drawn shut behind you.
I mean, that's probably where I would check immediately then.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah? You'd try to hide from me?
21. You pull the curtain back. Red curtain.
I know you're not here.
Yeah. You thought you could hide from me? Scare me?
That's a quick one, but yeah, you pull the curtain back. It slides easily. A velvet red curtain hangs in front of an alcove in the northeast wall. You pull it back, and there's just. Let me remove that. There's just a sculpture in the wall, a draconic sculpture, just a decorative thing. It was perhaps once a very fine piece of artwork that was built here, but is decayed and cracked.
It is made out of stone?
Yeah.
I speak to it in Terran.
You speak to it in Heron. Your voice echoes through the halls quietly.
Boy, talking about rats.
The statue is, in fact, just a statue.
I punch it. It pissed me off.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I think in my fury, I'm going to be going into a different room for sure. It's 17.
Yeah, 17. The one of the wings or the head or whatever just cracks right off to the ground.
I'm satisfied.
Okay.
Alright, well, now that's over with.
A little bit of satisfaction. You have a minute here. You could resummon now.
It takes an hour, and I don't have any more spell slots.
It takes an hour casting it normally.
I don't have any spell slots.
Oh, no spell slots. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So I think I would probably peep down this hallway, and I would. Man.
Yeah, it's a long corridor leading down to the end. There's 2 offshoots on the far end. There's also a door to the right in this hallway that is closed. It is closed now. It wasn't before.
Okay.
Kahn's got a whole different relationship with statues.
Yeah.
It's important to him.
I think Kahn would probably try to investigate a little bit this room.
Okay.
Just try to clear it real quickly. Like, he doesn't have much to go on. He's just trying to find someone. Like he's peeking in, being like, "Do I see Doc or Jalin?" Like, oh, he knows he doesn't see Jalin, but
Yeah.
he's just looking for Doc a little more frantically, trying to be like, "Where in the 9 realms of hell is he?"
This particular room, you push the door open with a loud creak, just enough to peek in. 2 beds with torn canopies stand against opposite walls, with a tattered rug lying on the floor between them. Set into the far wall is a fireplace, with black with soot, and a soft hiss issues forth from the hearth. There's a large pot kind of on the hearth, and there's a hiss coming from it.
Is the pot made of rock? Is it pottery? Is it clay?
I think it's cast iron, probably.
Oh, perfect. I don't give a rip about it.
Yeah, this is
If it was rock and pottery, I'd punch it. But if it's metal, could give a care.
This is a fireplace, so I would assume it's made of cast iron.
Oh,
Okay.
the hearth. Oh, gotcha. I thought you meant there was like a jar on top of the hearth that was like hissing.
Yeah, like sitting in it. There's no fire. It's just a dead hearth.
Yeah,
And
and I
something
wasn't
is-
part of the whole dragon downstairs situation, so I don't think I would be specifically drawn to it.
Okay.
He would probably go to the end and look both ways and pick one of the other doors, then just frantically trying to speed through, finding any sign at all of any like life, like movement that would have gone through this direction or anything else like that.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, for sure. You run down the next hallway. Chow. Man, so much flipping around. This is glorious. Tees off to both directions. There's 3 windows set in the wall, looking out to the lawn, covered in snow to the north. The T-shaped hallway has branches to the west and east and south, where you just came from. The arched
He goes
windows.
to the east.
Yeah.
Kahn's right-handed. He wants to open the door with his left hand. He wants to throw it open with his left hand, so that way he's got his sword ready to attack, kind of situation.
Yeah. What's your passive perception?
It's so good. You should just not worry about it. It's high enough. 14.
Cool. Yeah, it seems perfectly safe. East, you said you go?
Yeah.
The door here, you run up to the door, and it is, this one is locked shut firmly.
Cool. Don't care. I leave it because I don't think Doc and Jalin. I don't think Doc would have gone in and locked a door. That doesn't feel like Doc would do. Yes.
Additionally, you hear a low rumble and a click. So you've triggered something. You have a moment to act.
Awesome! This is a fun game, guys. All you watching, you should super play this specific
Curse of
game
Strahd.
right now.
Yeah, it's not frustrating
so much
or anything.
fun. I love it.
Unforgiving. Hagen Vostal.
Kahn is gonna
Scary, man.
pop. He's gonna pop Phantasmal Flotation and fly up into the air 10 feet.
To the air 10 feet.
Yep.
Awesome. 10 feet up in the air. The floors here are 20 feet from the floor to the ceiling, so you got plenty of room.
Yeah.
You hear a crackling, dispelling of some sort of arcane magic that was set here on this trap, and a rumble, a thick rumble. I have to check the exact placement here. Oh my goodness, why can't I find it? I'm fairly certain I know exactly where it is. I just don't want to put it in the wrong spot, because that would really screw you if I put it in the wrong spot.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Well, we're in a bit of a pickle.
A 20-foot tall, floor-to-ceiling wall of stone created by the spell that you've just triggered magically appears across the opening on the south wall. That is, I will draw it in. Wall of stone. I should use a different color.
Oh, there. Oh, that's so cool. I love that so much. That's awesome. I'm gonna fly out the window.
Yeah, you might want to know about the other thing that happens. As that wall of stone falls in, and as you're heading for the window, I am going to need you to roll initiative and keep track of a couple of things, because other things are happening.
I'm gonna freaking roll initiative here.
Yep.
Roll that initiative.
Oh, it's cocked. Dang it! Come on.
Roll them dice in it.
It's a 15.
15. Okay. Command D.
I'm gonna kill everything.
Close that. Control D. Boom. At the far end of the hall, through the door opposite, two spectral, semi-transparent warriors in armor, the ghostly figures with swords and shields, step through angrily, and from the door right behind you, additionally, two more step through.
Wait, are we all along initiative?
Yes. Yep.
We could do everybody, I guess. Though we may end up
Or
needing.
is it just Kahn?
We actually.
Everyone might be in different combats on it. See, at this
I
point.
think we're gonna have
Like,
multiple initiative rolls going on at once right now, my friends. This is incredible.
Nope, it's not. I think
Nope.
we have different definitions of incredible, friends.
I don't think that's a good idea.
This is really exciting. I'm into this. You got a 15. You have so you're hoping that you get that none of them come up over a 15. Then you have time to do what you want to do. I have their stat block right here.
At least I am 10 feet in the air, so it's a little more difficult for me.
This initiative might not matter very, very much if you get out of the combat quickly. So
Oh, that's the goal.
let's see how
You
they do.
don't say.
Listen, when he said 1 and I said I'm gonna kill it, it changed very quickly when it became 4.
4 is in fact more than 1. Last I checked. Oh, I found his stat block.
You know, I think that's not mathematically correct.
Yeah. I can prove that it's actually not.
Why is it I can
Yes.
find the stat block I needed for Doc now, but I can't find the one that I need for you now? There it is.
Just tell me what they are and I could Google it.
Nope.
I stole the pages out of the book when you weren't looking.
Cool. They don't get major modifiers.
You don't need this one.
4 of them. They're all going to roll initiative. See how they do. First one comes up at a natural 1.
17.
The ones closest to you will go first. And a
Cool.
10. So you're faster than the 2 closest to you.
Perfect, that's all I need. Never mind.
A
I like
12
movements.
on the opposite wall. And a 17 on the opposite wall. So one of them gets its turn before you do.
No. This is great!
They all sort of shout in their voices, phasing in and out of reality as they seem to be just ghosts. After you, he goes with an attack roll. Ciao. Let's see, he's just gonna run straight up in your face and see how he does.
I'm 10 foot in the air, so good luck reaching me, idiot.
I mean, his.
That's important.
Yeah, that's above.
Speed.
Like your feet are 10 feet off the ground?
It's a 20-foot room, so you won't be able to evade him entirely, but
No. But he's gonna be standing there like this, like an
He can
idiot.
tickle your toes.
Yeah. Good luck.
yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give him disadvantage on his attacks. He does not have a fly speed. He runs up to you. Ciao. First
Yeah.
attack is a 17 to hit.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. 17 plus 1. No, I have an 18, I think, because... Is my armor heavy or not? I needed to know that.
It's plate mail.
Okay, hold please. Sorry. Can't remember if that's 16 or 17. I think it's probably 16.
Plate mail. I
Oh,
think
plate's
it's 18.
18.
I think plate mail is 18.
I've had the wrong AC for this entire game, friends. Just GT dubs.
Yeah, Kahn just
Yeah.
kind of clicks the armor into place one time. He's like, "Oh, that's what was wrong with this." And
Yeah.
Cool. First one
I'm a
bounces off.
bumbling buffoon.
He does have a
You have
extra
higher
attack.
AC?
I
Second
thought your
attack.
armor was still in the.
No, I grabbed it. I stepped back into it before I left.
Gotcha.
Good call, though. Thank you.
14,
Uh-uh,
19.
Don't, because.
Second
19
one,
hits.
yeah, 19 hits you, but only one of his 2 attacks. That's pretty decent.
Yeah,
Or-
it's just
10 force damage.
duper. Freaking duper. I love that it's not slashing, bludgeoning, or piercing. That's my favorite part of that, actually.
I was a little surprised by that as well. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's a
1d8 plus
ghost,
3
so
force damage.
makes
That's
sense.
what he does. Boom, he hits you. That's his turn. You're up next, and the next 3 will go after you all together. Go.
I fly away very, very fast.
Okay, that will trigger
All of
3.
my actions are to flee away.
Okay, this is an important question. Dash gets you more distance, but 3 of them will get an attack of
I'm
opportunity on you.
disengaging.
Yeah, then you will get less distance.
And freaking engaging, because I am almost down. I have 10 left, and I'm gonna die. So I'm
Bust through that window.
disengaging
Boom.
and busting through the window.
I'm going to count
and
that as
flying
difficult
straight
terrain.
up.
So 5, 10, 15, and then the rest of your feet will be 20, 25, 30, 35, 30 feet. Yeah, that'll be just enough to fly up to the 3rd floor. We'll add you to the 3rd floor. Boom. You can go ahead and move to the 3rd floor map. You're outside the building, but you're just enough to be on that 3rd floor. You see the knights kind of below. You have more things chasing you now. As they are ethereal in nature. You won't, you know, physical barriers won't stall them for long, but vertical distance is a really good advantage there. Awesome. Cool. As you fly out that window and fly up. V, I think we need to check in on you.
I agree.
I have some questions
Yeah,
about.
I'm still dead.
Yeah, you are still by all intents and purposes dead. Now I was looking over the spell description and it doesn't actually. I think I don't recall. I was torn basically. But I think that you are also unconscious, like not aware of your like you're knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
I know that it says blinded and incapacitated, but I think the intent there is that you're knocked out, right?
I don't know that you are in fact knocked out. I mean, like, for the purpose, for example, for my healing, like, does that still work? I mean, I'm not actually, I'm feigning death. I'm not doing any, but would something passive like that still happen?
I'll say that your healing absolutely will take effect, and you'll be able to plus that in the time that elapses here. You'll be able to plus that back up. You are out cold for an hour with no way to awaken yourself, though, right?
Yes. Yeah.
With
That's okay.
Jalin's
I do that.
dagger sticking out of your side somewhere.
Yeah.
In her armpit.
And I am quite certain that once that happened, also my my sword would it have disappeared? Did we decide it disappeared? I think we decided it did.
Yeah, I think your sword is gone. I think so.
Because I would, or it's floating there but can't take a turn because I would need to tell it what to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a concentration spell, so I think it doesn't dispel when I
It's not concentration, so
pass out or anything, but it can't do anything. It doesn't have a will of its own, so...
yeah. It does
Yeah,
not
I
have a
think
will of its own. That's for dang sure.
No. Yeah.
Well, it
And
works out.
possibly by now it would have already...
We'll say you have a slight amount of awareness, enough to be aware of your body shifting and moving and being dragged and thrown, and the cold as you crumple into a pile of snow outside somewhere as your body has been removed and tossed out. It might have done damage, but you'll heal that back up. It was very unpleasant. However, you're only halfway aware of that. You had a couple of things. Firstly, I don't know that we ever marked it. You did get a long rest on the way here, so you should have most of your spell slots except what you used in the last fight. Additionally, during that time, you weren't here for the game, but your character spent a lot of time reading in the Book of Vile Darkness.
Yes.
Specifically.
I did, yeah. Keep going.
Yeah, 6 hours reading specifically on the Blood Wars and the infernal hierarchy of the Nine Hells and the horrific deeds done by devils and even archdevils of different layers of hell and their eternal struggle to gain more and more power, the souls ripped down into the hells, and this is fresh in your mind, so whether it is literal or just a figment of your imagination, from your perspective in this unconscious state, you are falling through 9 levels of fire and brimstone all around you. Smoke and darkness and screams and suffering on all sides is what you're met with. But you are you come to realize that you are not physical in this space. You are in it. What's your response as you are just hurtled through a visage of Avernus?
Am I in any pain, or like, am I feeling any of that, or is that all just like I'm hearing other people crying and yelling and screaming and?
I would have a roll, except that we just said that what you feel physically is cold as your body is thrown out in the snow. So,
Okay.
the only pain you feel is the thump of being tossed onto some rocky ground and freezing in the snow. But no, you're not physically in any pain as you sail through this hellscape.
I mean, I say yum.
Yum.
Can I feast on my own dream?
You could try to. I would like you to make a wisdom-based check, perception check.
Uh, 18.
18, pretty darn good. I think you could feast on your own dream, but the fact that you're eating your own dream would nullify any benefits. It would just be
For fun.
yeah, it would just be for fun. But with that high
Maybe
perception,
to see if I could. Maybe I don't dream often
yeah, the
as a
DC here
vampire.
I was looking for was a 15, and with a 15, you are able to kind of be a little bit lucid in this space. You're able to, so as you're kind of consuming and just feasting on the utter torment around you, you're able to kind of control your movement here. There are lines of lesser demons trudging up and down in line for their share of eternal torment. There are lords in their castles overlooking. There's great fires all over. But where are you kind of navigating to within the space momentarily? As you gain control of like your vision of Avernus.
I don't know that I could possibly have a place that I am navigating to, but could I maybe start like thinking of like the feeling of help? Like I'm looking for something that could help me in my next step or something like that. Like I'm trying to manifest whatever in this world could possibly be helpful to me.
Sure. What could aid you in this dire place? Absolutely. Make a
In this place or outside of the place, like it's just like I don't know, maybe it's something that helps me down the road or something that helps me right now, but yeah, I'm trying to see if I can think of something and it kind of just like pulls me towards it, or I don't know how this works. I'm just trying something out.
as you focus in on just the concept of help, just the thought of like aid. You're in control, so you're not in
And it
danger.
could be like it could be, yeah, exactly, like the help could be for something that I'm not even realizing that I need. I'm just like, this is the sentiment and whatever comes.
Sure. The fires swirl and swift and change around you, and everything moves at extreme speed, and a castle, huge and black, kind of appears out in the distance, wreathed in flames, and then the flames subside, and it looks resplendent in its terrible glory. But and you hear just the faintest little echo of a whisper, a familiar whisper, changing ever so slightly every time, of a voice that says, "Oh, come to visit me. How can I help you?" It seems like every other word, it's just changing its voice. But you recognize this as the being that has been speaking to you through the book.
The book, yeah. Yeah,
Well, not
I realized
yeah.
it.
Well, you don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
No, but like even from your description, I felt it. damn, I don't want to give anything up anymore, so it's gotta feel like. How about this? How can I help you? What is it I could do for you?
A giving heart. Very, very nice. The voice comes thick once, then thin and wispy, then a woman's voice, then a man's voice. It seems just changed entirely. Every other word. You have no idea anything about what is behind it. And it seems that in this space, the voice is changing with even more frequency.
Yeah, makes sense.
And at last it says, I am ever so lonely. Come visit. And on the black castle, toward the roof of it, you can kind of see two doors just open.
I get to keep my sanity if I come visit.
If you have any left.
That's a great
What
question.
Is that what the
you
voice
ask?
says?
Yes.
That was a great question. Dang.
Chestnuts.
In that case, you give me back my sanity and I come visit. How about that? I keep being myself and I choose to come visit. Also, is it not worth more if somebody comes visit you out of their own volition?
I would always want you to come visit me of your own volition. Please. My doors are open. Do what you will.
That is not a promise.
No promises, no threats. You've agreed to nothing. A door has been offered.
Do I see a window?
Yeah, sure, there's windows.
Okay, I'm going through the window.
Through the bathroom?
I don't like this. Whatever it is, you don't offer me a door.
You enter the window, and as you enter this castle, the walls, once made of obsidian, as soon as you enter, start to morph and change, and start to freeze over. The fires go out. The room itself is tall and icy and cold. It is resplendent, and there are 3 huge windows at the far end, a long chamber hall with a huge throne at the front. And standing next to the throne as you sort of enter into this space is a huge figure in armor with a icy sword in hand, 6 of his ghostly knights at either side, and your friend, Doc Adren Taliday, all presumably frozen in time as you enter into this space. And sort of dancing and weaving between them is a figure, a shadowy black figure. You can't. Every time you look at it, it moves somewhere else. Cheeky, aren't you? It says.
What's going on?
And she can see you in your space right now.
Damn. Okay.
Roll with me, gang. I have a plan. Trust the DM.
Listen, we trust the process. We're here, man.
Okay. Introduce me, why don't you? You have friends joining us.
Oh, this is your friend, and these don't look like friends to me. But I think it's time we get acquainted. The black kind of assimilates in the middle. 2 huge wings appear behind this black mist, and it solidifies into a feminine form with a red flaming halo above its head, pale skin, and black armor over her figure as she steps forward. Says, "We've been chatting for so long. It's nice to meet you, V."
No, you tell me things and I give you wine. That's not a conversation.
I do like wine. Have you brought any?
You hated on the one outside. Why would I have any in here?
Agreed. Anyway, you haven't much time, and your friend is in peril. Vladimir here appears to be quite the powerful one. She kind of twists a finger around the head of the knight in the front, smoke going around them. They're all frozen in time. From your perspective, you can't interact with them.
Yep.
Make a...
I like the smoke thing. Can you do it again?
Does it again, yeah. That was quite a daring move you made. You're tricky.
Daring move.
Pretending to be dead and all. It was clever. I'm impressed.
Thank you. It's why I chose you and you chose me.
Yes, that is right. But you seem to be in trouble. Well, you don't. You're fine. But
Yeah, I know. I'm always fine.
this one is in trouble.
Yeah.
How much do you care, I wonder? Your friends just killed you and they all ran off.
Yeah, they do that. It's all honor and whatever.
To each his own. Honor and integrity is important. It's everything.
Yeah, sure. So they're not your friends.
No.
Who
These
are
are-
they?
Paladins of Argynvost, I think the term is. I have a lot of...
But they look all zombie.
Yes, they do. You're fishing for information, but you're not offering anything in return. Maybe
What do you mean I stepped into your home?
Yes, well, we have company, and I enjoy your company. I just think I have something to offer you.
Your undying love and friendship?
Tah!
That's exactly right.
Yeah, we already made that deal. Give me something new.
Would you like to go back?
Back to life? I already will in an hour. I don't need a shortcut.
By then, he'll be dead, and so will the other one.
Any way I can help from here? I quite like being dead. It's fun.
You can watch if you'd like.
Wait. Every time I feign death, I can come visit?
This time.
Okay. Ooh, front row seats. Is there a way to see the possibility of the end of this?
Once it happens, it's written in.
You're no fun.
Oh, I can be a lot of fun.
I gave you fun ideas and you said no to all of them. What is it you want from me? For any kind of future help.
She steps into the center room. She steps up closer to you. She's tall. She's huge. Her wings are leathery and scorched. Her flaming halo casting light around this room in a strange manner. And she simply says, This place, this Barovia, has been distant from all of us. Gods, devils, everyone alike. But you have an anchor. And I should very much like to come through. We can speak now. Well, yes, your lovely little book. And I should...
You want to enter here?
You've read about the Nine Hells. You know what we're doing here.
Punishing?
Strahd Von Zarovitch is stealing souls that belong to us. And those souls grant us power, and we want them. No, I have no reason not to be honest with you. And we can't get them because they're trapped beyond the mists. I can... But you and I together? Things start to look a little bit different. We can bend these rules. Tell you what. Let's watch things play out a little bit. She's gonna just lazily lean into Vladimir's throne and and snap her fingers one time, and everything starts to move in real time. You cannot interact.
Actually, I'm good.
Yeah, you
I'm
cannot
good with that.
interact
I
with
actually
anything, but
wanted-
you can watch what's happening in this room.
I wanted a little bit of that.
Or-
Actually, like I had that
Mhm.
just morbid curiosity of being able to watch it like that.
Additionally, I'm going to add this addendum. You can't hear anything that's said. You can see them move,
Okay.
but the room is silent. This is a silent image that she's projecting for you, enticingly. And she seems to be able to get you up. She could get you up from feign death, essentially, is the offer. But
I don't want it
along with other
right now.
things. But we'll have to jump back up to Doc. And Doc, I'll give you the choice. Do we jump back to you right this moment, or do we take our 5 before we jump in?
You can take 5.
Let's take our 5. 5-minute break. Doc is surrounded by knights and Vladimir. Kahn is running from spirits, and V is, visiting Avernus. I'll catch y'all in 5-10 minutes. Bye. Internet, I need to swap over. Waiting room. Switch. Microphone.
Hey.
Casually.
Holding thoughts. It is off.
On. Excellent. Cool. As far as the internet is concerned, insert epic recap here.
Wow.
Doc, we're with you. The figure ahead of you with his sword ready advances towards you, hand on the amulet around his neck, ready to cast some sort of power from it. He slowly and with unnatural precision in his movements progresses towards you. Then the spectral figures around the room, also swords drawn, move in as well. But they do not attack. They just move a little bit closer. Boop, 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 boop. And the man ahead of you says, "You are a bold one, but the time has come. You will leave our Holt. You will abandon this quest against the Devil Strahd and leave him to his misery. Think nothing of it." What are you doing, Doc?
Gonna walk out the door.
Any acknowledgement at all?
No.
Awesome.
What I expected at all.
Turns around, walks out.
Bye.
You walk out the door.
Understood.
The spectral warriors follow in flank. They're going to line up in position behind you as you leave here. Boom. And he's going to step up behind as well as you're walking out, as they ensure your removal from the chamber. As you step back into the hallway, the roof is collapsed in front of you, snow all over the floor. There are adjacent hallways to the right and left. You came up from the stairwell far ahead of you, but there are rooms off to both sides you have not explored. As you step away from the room, it would appear none of them are leaving the antechamber that you were in. They simply stand at the doors and watch as you walk away, momentarily, for the moment. They can still see you. They all have line of sight. Where are you going, my man? Cool.
To that door?
Awesome. As you move up north, many of the specters move out of sight. You glance over your shoulder and you see them once, and then you look back. You keep moving, very tense. You glance over your shoulder, and then some of them start to disappear. And by the time you're there, you can no longer see any of them. I'm just going to move them offline for the moment. That's not representative of their actual position. They're just no longer in sight. This is a long hallway going both directions. You can see. Oh, shoot. There we go. Cool. You can see doorways ahead of you, as well as one off to your right, and curtains drawn to the far right of the room. There's some additional doorways off to the far left of the room. Absolute chill is in the air. The setting sun is, not casting much light into this room. It's pretty dark. What are you doing or saying, Doc? Up that way? Cool. Let's do it. Boom. Damn it, I keep moving the map around. You move out of that room. I think it's important, since V, you were able to see from that room. You see Doc walk out of the room, and you see the specters follow him, swords drawn. From your perspective, it appears they walk right through the walls after him, and are no more in the room. The large man himself, identified as Vladimir, stands just at the doorway and returns to the center of the room, standing watch with his sword momentarily, just waiting. But you cannot see beyond that room.
Doc, you're gone.
Oh, I can't hear Doc anymore. Docking?
Correct.
No, we can.
Say some words, Doc. Say some
He just
words.
tapped on his mic and there was no audio.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you
Yes, we're all good.
now. There we go. We got it.
Weird.
Who? Heading into Q48. Whew.
It is a 48. I thought it was a Q40.
48 is not the correct Q for that room. Blast it all.
It is 40.
I have to.
My bad. I guess
Oh, it is
earlier I
40.
was trying to say I'm going into this room, but
Yeah.
that didn't come through.
I
So
saw your,
sorry.
I saw your token moving. I was able to put
Context
into it.
clues, and you're
I
like,
thought
"Oh,
you
yeah."
were just by choice being quiet.
I thought
Cool.
that for a minute, but then I was like, I saw his mouth moving, and I was like, no,
Ah,
something's
gotcha.
wrong.
Yeah. You step through the door. It's unlocked. This room is a haven for dust and cobwebs. 3 narrow windows allow slivers of light to illuminate bare oak shelves along the walls, and a torn, padded chair lying on its side near a cavernous hearth. A picture above the mantle has been slashed, its lower half hanging down below the frame like a torn piece of flesh. An iron door set on the south side, that's what you just came through, south corner of the west wall, hangs open on one hinge. Yeah, the door you just came through is an iron door. It was only held by one hinge. You push it open, and that's the room that you enter into. It otherwise appears empty.
Tattered. The picture. There's a painting. What
There
is it?
is.
What does it look like? A person?
The painting. It's hard to tell because it's all torn and hanging off to one side, but as you kind of pull it out, you kind of pull the side of the painting out to get a look at this thing. It's it looks like it was once a dragon. It looks like it was once the image of a dragon, very bright silver. It's the lower half. The upper half is gone entirely. Claws and all of this sitting resplendently.
Okay.
The bookshelves around the room are empty. However, there is a single tome laying in the middle of the floor, kind of half
yeah?
under.
And the book.
A single
Okay.
tome lied in the middle of the floor, and Doc went to investigate it.
Absolutely.
We're all gonna have books. We're gonna be librarians. Yay!
The book is titled The Oath of Celestial. It has been partially burned, and its cover is slashed by a sword. Would you like to leaf through the book?
Yeah.
Cool. Leafing through the crumbling book reveals it is a devotional text for knights from a place called the Holy Empire of Valentia. Most of the knights who joined Argynvost against Strahd came from that empire, now lost beyond the mists. This is a series of rites and procedures and things for the paladins who had devoted themselves to Argynvost.
Okay.
It's a little messed up. It's a little in bad shape, but it is their procedures. Their
Is it written in common?
It is. Though there are many little notes and addendums in Draconic as well, but they seem to be less important. The book is mostly written in common.
Are there any procedures that seem like they would change the course of action for these beings?
Sure. Sounds like a investigation check looking through a book. I mean, you're looking through a whole book for a piece of information, and it will take time to search.
Okay. That is... 1 second. Investigation check. 10.
10 is a pretty vague ask of that will change the course of action. But there are procedures for initiating the initiation ceremonies. You find those, and a couple of I'm trying to think of what would be helpful at a 10. Not a whole lot. Yeah, it's gonna take
Initiation ceremonies.
Yeah, you can certainly find initiation ceremonies of like the rites of new paladins coming into the order, the oaths they would swear, and the pomp and circumstance that would be attributed to that you would expect in those.
Does it say what the requirements are?
Sure. A knight of Argynvost is sworn to the service of the dragon, and but that the oaths themselves are kept in a separate column. There's the ceremony, a holy knight swearing an oath. But these are the oaths that we take. It seems quite obvious there's lots of oaths that you might take in this ceremony, and all would be respected. The ceremony itself has witnesses, has knights who bear witness. The sword is drawn, and it's ceremonial. It's like without having to like spell out the entire ceremony. It seems like something you could enact with simple materials you have anywhere.
Yeah, but I'm asking about the requirements.
The primary requirement is that the initiate makes their oath, draws their sword and makes their oath to the thing they're swearing to. That is the primary requirement. Secondarily, it has to be witnessed by knights of the order or some other great power. Those are kind of the two things. It's like you draw your sword, you swear your oath, and something has to witness the oath. Something of someone of authority, not just any old person. Someone of some position or authority. All of the extra, the stuff like candles on the sides and curtains drawn, that all seems to be, like I said, pomp and circumstances. But in the crux of this ceremony to become a paladin of any sort would be to draw the sword, swear the oath before one of authority, either a paladin of authority or a great deity.
I will keep the book for reference.
You have the book. Now I'm gonna have to make a note to find out what else is in the oath celestial, but it's a handy book.
What's it called?
The Oath Celestial.
Got it.
I have to check one.
Do you want me to keep doing things or move on to somebody else?
There is a. What I'll tell you is the areas that you can see from where you are. There's a broken door off to one side that leads to this little small room over here. You've kind of been able to see into this little room off to the left. There's also a door to the northeast that leads to presumably one of the turrets. And we'll jump down to Kahn there.
Okay.
Kahn, you've flown out the door. Everything's tense. The spectral knights are chasing you, taking their swings, but you disengaged and were able to get away from them. You used their full 30 feet to get up to the second floor. There are 2 windows set in the wall on the third floor as you fly upwards. What are you doing, my man?
I break into the closest one. So wherever I would have flown up from, I would have just broken into the easiest one.
The closest one, that would be this one here. That would actually be the room with Doc. I love this. The party is reuniting. Doc, as you're sweeping through the tome, the window at the north end of the room shatters, and Kahn comes flying in. out of breath, covered in blood, bruised and beaten, bad shape. What are you guys doing?
Well, howdy.
There you are.
There I am.
Okay. Well, at least we've got 2 of us. The other 2 haven't the foggiest. I just came from a little place down 2nd floor where 4 little cute spectrals decided they wanted to play. I didn't want to, so I left. What have you found?
I found a paladin dude and a bunch of his ghostly friends in the other room, and they said something about they gonna watch Strahd suffer forever, and that we gotta get out of here. So then I came in this room and I found this book here about paladin oaths and such.
Most paladins are bound to their oath. So, was their oath to a entity or to a ideal?
I don't know what these paladins swore oath to.
Because if, in fact, they were to presumably break their oath, things could get quite messy quite quickly.
What do you mean?
Paladins work by swearing allegiance to an ideal or to a deity or to something. If they do something that acts opposite of such, they no longer are attached to their oath. They lose power, basically.
They lose power.
Or they gain
Alright.
otherworldly powers from broken oaths.
That probably happened.
Didn't this dragon say we needed to free them?
Yeah, but it said something about giving back of the light they lost. I ain't seen no light around here.
I haven't come across physical light either, but maybe it's an inspirational light. Maybe we need to inspire them to... I mean, if they want Strahd gone, supposedly, then wouldn't they want to do whatever they need to do to get him gone? Even if it required their own suffering?
I already tried that one.
Oh, so they're super crappy. Oh, so they 100% broke their oath then. Because if that was part of their oath, then, like, they don't care.
Right. I was like, well, I'm not here to kill you, but I'm trying to get rid of Strahd. And they were like, no, we want Strahd to live on so we could watch him suffer in this horrible land that he's trapped in. Something stupid.
Doc, you're a man of war. I've killed a lot of people. I've never in my life, in my 300 plus years of existence, ever thought to myself, you know, I know how I'm gonna make my enemy suffer by letting him live.
Yeah, exactly.
That seems counterproductive.
And to cower away in a dead old castle being all stifled and stupid and hanging out with spiders. Yeah.
Maybe there's something else to the castle. Do you want to explore another room or two before we start just honestly going and giving him the what's?
Well, I threatened him, but then he tried to sick his ghost buddies on me.
Oh, so he's a pansy as well. He's a yellow belly.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's hiding out in Argon shit castle while Strahd's derping around. He's a pansy, all right. He's a cheater. Well, yeah, let's look around, see if there's anything else. The only thing I could see that could be cool and helpful to us in this castle so far is that he got some shiny, cool necklace I want.
Oh, alright. Deal. I haven't found anything. Like I said, just spectrums, whatever they're called. Is this a door? Kick it in.
It's a painting.
Right.
It's a painting. Where you're at on the wall.
Kick the painting! I said what I said! I kick it!
Boom! He kicks the painting. It is kicked.
Good.
Make a strength check.
Oh, I'm so strong! It's an 18. Or, sorry. Yeah, it's a 18.
18's pretty good. The painting falls from the wall. The wall Fixed.
They give a low grumble of satisfaction. Where's the next door?
Ah, shit. Well, there is a turret to your northwest. There's a room adjacent to this one to the left that has not been explored. There's
Oh, sorry. I went to the wrong. I thought that was the door. My fault. I would have definitely gone to this door. I thought the one on the left was the door. That's my bad.
cool.
If Kahn would have seen the door, he would have seen the door. He definitely thought the thing on the left was the door.
Area 42. Let's take a look at what the hell's going on in Area 42. Oh, you're gonna be so angry. You kick the door
Shut
open.
your mouth. I am not gonna be angry. You shut. I swear at everything. I'm gonna burn this castle to the ground.
Rich drapes, faded by time and neglect, hang and hide the windows of this otherwise empty room.
Set them on fire. I'm casting Sacred Flame. I'm pissed. I'm 10 HP. I'm gonna die. I'm taking everything with me. If Kahn was a barbarian, he'd be raging right now.
Yeah, the Sacred Flame licks at the curtains and they fizzle up in no time. They're old and dilapidated. That's that.
I walk out pissed. There's nothing in there, Doc.
All right, let's try the other one.
You lead the way. I can't. I'm kicking paintings at this point. I'm so mad.
41. The iron door leading into this room hangs open on a single rusty hinge. Let's see. The walls of this room are lined with lead. Emptied chests and shattered vases lie strewn across the floor, their contents plundered. This was once, and Doc specifically, for you specifically, I'm not even going to ask for a history roll on this. It's quite clear that this was once a portion of the dragon's hoard. You've got experience with dragons and their ways. This whole area, this was the dragon's room, his bedding area. His hoard would have been kept in here. There were chests filled with stuff, but it has been plundered, and they are all at this time empty.
Okay. Is that all?
That is all that you find in that room. Unless you would like to investigate further.
Nothing in here either.
I'm so angry. I walk out and I kick the doors, and I look for another door. If nothing else will feel my vengeance, the doors will feel my vengeance.
Yeah, we're going
I
back
just
out.
look around and I go, put me at the next door, Doc.
There's another
Over
one
here,
else.
over here.
Kill it.
Kill that door.
I attack it with my sword.
Okay. Excellent. Would you like to make an attack roll on the door just for funsies?
Yes, I already did. It's a hold on. It's a 14.
Yeah, 14 absolutely obliterates the door. Only has a 10 AC. And it's an old broken door. This is area 37, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Kahn busts through the door, fuming with rage and really in bad shape.
Sword drawn.
Throughout this whole process, you guys have had a little bit of time as you read the book and all that. Was there any other kind of stuff you were doing during that time, or is this was this single focused? While I'm finding the right section.
Picking my nose.
Okay.
Yes. Good.
I had healing potions in mind, but okay. Through the dust and cobwebs, you see faded war banners adorning the walls of a spacious chamber, in the center of which stands a heavy wooden table. An iron chandelier hangs above the table, which is surrounded by 6 high-backed chairs, with wooden carved dragons perched upon them. Slumped in 5 of the chairs are skeletal humans in shattered mail armor. As you guys crush through the door, I need to add some things to the map. 1, 2. gonna take a second. 3.
Yep.
4.
What type of flooring did you say it was, DM?
Wooden?
I think it is a wooden
Good to know.
floor.
Good to know. Good to know.
And 5. We'll use this
Good
guy.
to know.
I'm actually going to use this one instead of this one. Just because he's kind of cool. Size him down to the right size. Boom. I also need to do a swapperooski. He goes here. He goes here. The skeletal figures, as soon as you crash down the door, they lift their heads. They were all resting on the table, leaning over the table.
Nap time's over, boys.
The knights, 5 of them, turn their heads towards you, and you recognize these are revenants, the same as the things you fought downstairs. And one of them stands. I have an immersive image of the one that stands, and the other 3 remain in their seats. And he says, "Why do the living disturb the dead?"
Because we're trying to kill Strahd, and you guys are really annoying. And I'm really pissed off.
Why do the dead disturb the living? Much better question if you ask me. As long as I'm alive, I can walk around anywhere on God's green earth. But you folks are supposed to be dead.
He stands, pale hair, long pale hair, like whitish hair falling over his undead visage. His the one that spoke, it will be the blue one on our map. Regards you both quizzically, less hatred and anger in his eyes, though still quite tormented from the others, in a somewhat curious fashion. His figure is dainty. He's thinner than the other knights, lighter in his stature. His armor, not heavy armor like theirs, but more lean and to allow for light movements, but still adorned with symbols of authority. Very curious. You are
So
curious
he looks
folks.
significantly like sadder.
Yes, he looks very. Where the others look, where every revenant you've met up till now looks furious with rage, he looks like he is tortured and mourning and sad.
Does Kahn notice that like it's very noticeable kind of deal? That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I think
Sorry.
that he is different. He is definitely different from the others. You can make an insight check to find out more.
Oh no worries. All I wanted to do was I pull out my cracked crystal ball and I go,
What's this ball?
You pull out the cracked
I'm trying to
crystal
freaking
ball.
help you. The dragon literally said, help. So I'm trying to freaking help you. I swear if you don't do this, I'm going to burn this whole place to the ground because I'm going to die.
I need a moment to think on the implications of that as he regards the crystal ball. A great time to jump over to V, I think, right?
I agree.
As you pull out the crystal ball and he regards you quizzically. V, from your perspective, Doc exited the room flanked by 6 spectral warriors who passed through the wall. Now, you've been here on the stream, so you know what's going on, but V does not know what's going on. All you know is that Doc has been escorted in arms away from this room. The leader himself steps away from them and sighs deeply and sort of waits in the middle of the room. The friend of yours that you've met, the woman with wings and a flaming halo and pale skin and pointed ears, flops in and flies in around the room once, swirling. Everything freezes again as soon as Doc goes out of sight. And she strokes a finger down the sword of Vladimir, steps behind him and steps back out. This time, her entire image has changed. She is no longer the figure that you saw. She is Strahd. She looks like Strahd. She looks just like Strahd. And in his finest regal attire, looking as least like a vampire as he can, as much like a great lord as he can, and sort of struts over. It is quite an interesting situation we have here, isn't it? What do you think, V?
So either you're dead, you're not here. Because you're not great enough for the Book of Vile yet. So
I use it as an in-between, a way to speak. It is an anchor that allows me to enter into your world. I'm not sure what face you like best, but I am what I am, and I am here to
this
help
one
you.
tried to deteriorate my face a bit ago, so next.
So it would seem the devil Strahd has betrayed you. Is that the case?
I don't know. Who knows? I mean, did he betray me? Did I betray him? Were we just pulling pranks? I mean, maybe he was just testing me. And maybe I failed.
It is a cruel test if you do not know what this was.
Yeah, well, Cruel is his middle name.
Is it yours?
Bun.
Got me.
Is my middle name Cruel? No. When you marry someone, you only take their last name. You don't also. Do we have to teach you this?
No, fair enough. Perhaps enough with this. Steps behind you and comes around again. This time in the visage of a huge, hulking, reddish figure, 30 feet tall, massive muscles, a mace the size of a man in its hand, horns curling up from its head, and says, "You seem like one that respects strength, one that can get things done. Your former master is a thing of trickery and seduction. What is it that you prefer?"
Is that what you're trying to be right now? Because you're Hulk, but not the right one. Can you be yourself? Do you have a self? How about this? What is your favorite image?
Ooh.
Become your favorite image.
Can you make a persuasion check for me?
Yes.
And they are rolling to contest.
Come on. Heck yeah, this has a modifier. 21.
21 is really good. The huge, red, hulking pit fiend that was before you a moment kneels down and looks eye to eye with you, and you see an understanding, a sort of connection in the eyes, and in a flash, you blink, and the pit fiend is gone, and you're faced with a woman with blonde hair, a bit older, so graying blonde hair, simple in her visage, and you know, I don't think you have a reflection in mirrors, so you might not know it, but she looks a lot like you, and just older and more weather worn. She rests a hand on your shoulder and says, "Me, I like to be what you need me to be. And what is it that you need from me? You are my very favorite. You've been the most fun in eons. But you are stuck, and your friends are dying. What is it you need from me?"
I'm sorry I'm taking so long.
It's okay. It takes a moment. V is thinking. This is a lot. Like, you are in Avernus right now. This is a lot. You are overwhelmed.
Trade places. For the remainder of my time in faked death, trade places with me. Use all of the powers that you have. As you know, the others are very helpful in our pursuit, alive rather than dead. So, trade places with me. I stay here. You look like me.
She thinks for a moment.
You get to be out for the remainder of this time.
And you will remain here.
For the remainder of my
the
faked
house.
death. For about 40 minutes left.
40 minutes. I can do a lot with 40 minutes.
Have fun. There's some wine barrels in the basement.
I do like wine barrels. I don't know if this will work. It won't be a permanent solution. But I can taste a bit of your world.
There you go.
The wine tastes like shit.
She extends a hand. She says, the remainder of your hour, I will have your place in Barovia, and you will have my
Yes.
place here in Avernus.
Yes.
And then we will switch back.
Yes.
We're gonna leave this. She's holding the hand up, ready to shake. It's gonna be one big persuasion check. It's a big deal you're asking.
I mean, I feel like it's a huge gift to her to be out of wherever she is and
Into
walk
Barovia,
the earth
allowing a
and
devil
have
into
a
Barovia.
role in Barovia. Like, she's not a stranger. She's me.
Shit's about to get really strange in Argynvostholt. Make the persuasion check.
Okay. I mean, I think it's even better than my last roll, so.
It's a contested roll, and she is no slouch on.
23.
She came a party of 21. Extends the hand. It's a deal.
Enjoy your 40 minutes.
As you take her hand, your
Don't
entire
make me look bad.
your entire arm erupts in flame. Your entire body immolates and burns in this place, and now you feel the flames. You feel the heat because now you are in Avernus.
Yeah.
Your mind and soul and everything is here. You are wrapped in
But
all
I
of
can
this.
finally feel there. What is the image that I'm seeing now? Because she was conjuring an image of the reality that I was, or like the reality that she wanted me to see. But
Oh,
what am
yeah.
I standing on, or what is like going on around me right now?
The image of Argynvostholt melts away.
Disappears. Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and you are
as
back in
expected.
the obsidian castle. Flames reeking from every side. Lesser devils being tormented just casually off in the corner. Lemures having their arms and limbs severed just for the sake of it. Souls burning nearby for amusement. This chamber has a huge black throne in it, where this, it is your throne now for the next hour.
I intend fully to make use of it. It is, in fact, my throne.
Wow.
I
Which-
have 40 minutes.
You have 40 minutes, and for the next 40 minutes, you are effectively filling the role. Now, you have your abilities. You don't have her abilities. She has her abilities. You have your abilities.
She has, yeah, that's what I wanted. Her to have hers in the real world and me to have mine here. It was kind of part of the...
A rend of reality as you make a deal with the devil, and the devil steps into Barovia, into the Barovia of Aetherend, and you sit on the and you step toward the throne. You are an archdevil of Avernus for the next 40 minutes. We need to swap back over to the rest of the party, but before we do, I just would like to ask you, V, would you like to roleplay out what this person does in the world? I can give you their...
No, I would like if, like, next time or whenever we go back to V, I'd like to be in Avernus.
Very well. Awesome.
You may play your archdevil however you want on Earth for 40 minutes.
Oh, that's so exciting. One last piece of note is that you are you. You do not look like anything. It looked like you look like yourself in the space, and it is like a 1-for-1 swap. So.
Wait, but she looked like me. Oh, but I can just my skin
She
just
can look
changed
like
so
whatever.
that I could.
She can look like
Okay.
whatever she wants. You don't have that power.
Okay, so we literally just swapped places.
Then, Doc and Kahn, time to swap back over. This is a world-shattering event as the ground sort of shudders once, like an earthquake, and then settles. Everyone in the room looks still for a moment. The one that was regarding you steps up and says, "Something strange is afoot. What is this? What is this working?"
Who's going to use it as an opportunity to step in that context and go, I serve, or am indebted to, whatever it might be, one that doesn't have a great love for things that cheat death. If I know him, that could be him. And what you experience here is just an nth to the degree you'll experience if he takes hold of you. He's requested that I usher you into peace. Allow me to help, friend. And since he is a spirit and he absolutely believes in all of the things.
Give me the deception roll. Or intimidation.
I have advantage on intimidation rolls against those who are skeptical, but disadvantage on persuasion when rolls when dealing with those who are skeptical or untrusting. So do I have disadvantage or no?
Oh, let's make it a straight roll, and it's a deception check.
Okay.
I think it's a deception check. I think you don't have any idea what's causing what's going on. You just made some shit up.
No, I don't. I mean, it's a 12. It's not
It's
great.
it's a lot bigger than a natural one. The revenant sets his hand on your reaches out and sets a hand on the crystal ball, and says, "I am Sir Godfrey Quillem." He does not stutter.
Oh, hold on. You can't just throw a name out there like that and not me be prepared. What is his name again?
Godfrey Quillem.
Willem?
Gwillem. GWILYM.
Willem.
I'll send that in the chat as well. I'll put that in the Raven's Eye view as well.
Okay.
He sets his hand over the orb and says, "There's great evil in the world, and I believe that there is hope. And perhaps you are the bringers of hope. I do not know, but I'm desperate. Something must change here. We cannot keep this up forever."
Well, that's a refreshing view, because your buddies in the other room didn't feel that way.
"Please, you must not hold it against him. Vladimir is a great warrior. He is the mightiest among all of us, but he's so consumed by hatred and vengeance.
I take it he's not the leader of this little community, is he?
He is. Yes, Vladimir Vladimir Horngald. He is the greatest of the Knights of Arkenvost. He is our leader and our inspiration, and he flew here with Argynvost himself. But
And yet he goes against his own oath, I presume.
you must understand, he is consumed by hatred and vengeance. He's not thinking clearly. He is just a being of hate. He's a beautiful man in life. He was an incredible man.
And what would help him see the light?
I must think. He looks over his shoulder. The other revenants are. This conversation has been quiet and close between all of you. The other revenants are all filled with rage and hatred. And he says, "A moment. I'll get back to you, Kahn, on what you see in his mind." But and he turns toward the other knights
I don't
and
need
says,
to anymore. I probably wouldn't even activate it because this conversation is what I would have been doing.
"Okay."
Yeah, so I would have just had him put his hand on the orb, but I would have not activated it.
Can you watch his thoughts?
You can use detect thoughts if you would like to, and it might.
The conversation is leading in the way that I would have detected thoughts, so I don't see the purpose of it.
But he might keep some
Have
information.
another idea for it at the point. Like, yeah, I wouldn't detect thoughts. I would keep it because I have another idea to use it in a moment.
His eyes flare up into a little bit of a flame, and he for a moment looks very much like the other revenants and turns toward them and says, "I will handle these. Search the grounds. They may have allies." And the other revenants bow slightly and file out of the room. They just
They
walk.
call him Jalin.
Yeah.
They simply
his
walk
name.
past you, and he says, "You don't actually have allies, do you?"
Yeah, no, his name is literally Jalin. Yeah.
He'll be alright.
He is almost certainly dead, but we'll deal with that in a moment. At least now we can speak
You
freely.
say that, but that man has avoided death more times than a cat. And
he
I
would
say
know.
him something.
I suppose
That's
you would know.
Meow.
Oh my goodness. Decision, Kahn. Detect thoughts? Yes or no? It could provide deeper insights. Okay, but it could also be detected. Okay. Him resting his hand on the orb. I need to make a roll. Okay. And he recognizes, like, you see a moment of recognition. Like, he understands. You could have peered into his mind and didn't. He with a natural 20 on his insight check, he knows. I'm seeing some wild rolls tonight. Okay. Vladimir is lost to the darkness now, but he need not be destroyed. We can save him. We can restore what is lost in him. Yes?
Perhaps?
I know that's kind of what you're here to tell
We
us. there, Skippy.
can replace his brain matter with bullets if you like.
I would prefer to avoid such an outcome. And it would have little meaning unless you could find a way to destroy his spirit, or he would simply, as any of us, he would embody a new
I'll pull it up a
corpse.
finger and go, actually, so, like I said a moment ago, the man or thing that which I serve can actually do such a thing. It's almost his specialty, you could say. Letting them rest or disintegrating them for all of eternity. So,
Is that so?
I know a guy.
You serve a powerful master.
Probably.
Yeah, he's
Never
a
met
little
him.
creepy.
All right, a man of faith, a man of devotion to something greater than yourself. It's quite
He's
refreshing.
somewhat of a paladin, you could say.
Godfrey, that is a huge point. And he looks at you, Kahn. He's like, "Have you sworn an oath to have you sworn a paladin's oath?" You have not.
Normally, no, I know I haven't. Normally, I would have a talking pro of some format that would most likely interject at this point. So, have I sworn anything to anything? Kind of. There was this whole weird ceremony that happened with me. I kind of went to sleep. Everyone saw it. It was kind of weird, but then I just woke up with this crow thing. But he's dead, so I gotta bring him back. It's the whole mess. Don't worry about it. But in a sense, you could say yes, I did. I made a deal.
He rests a hand. He pats a hand on your shoulder and says, "I see. Not a paladin. It's okay.
Willingly.
Perhaps we can still make something of this." You spoke of a light, you were spoken to by the dragon. You'd mentioned this. He points to Doc. Like, he said something about the restoring a light. What was said exactly?
All right, I'll tell you.
A word from our Lord is a powerful thing, and he has his spirit is long lost.
Knights have fallen into darkness. Show them the light they have lost.
The light they have lost. It's the mausoleum. It must be the mausoleum. There's a mausoleum, a tower in the yard overlooking the castle. No, the fortress. If there is where we keep the venerated bones of our Lord Argynvost of the Dragon.
My God, here we go again. Friggin' bones.
But
sorry, continue. It's just something that we've had to deal with consistently.
Well, then you will be glad to hear it. Well, our Lord was destroyed by Strahd when he attacked the castle. He ripped him asunder, tore him piece from piece, cast him limb from limb across the premises. It took us ages to find the pieces. It was the worst. But we have reassembled every ounce, every inch of bone of our Lord Argynvost, save one. His skull. His skull. The Lord Strahd took his head down the mountain with him. If we can restore it, we might be able to light the beacon of Argynvost, and things will all be well. Things will be as they were, and Vladimir will have a road back to his oath. He will realize that there is hope. We have a chance here.
He wants a dragon head.
Yeah, I'm catching that. Or, Percy, what we could do.
Yes.
Godfrey.
Oh, sorry, Godfrey. My fault. Which is really ironic. You're a paladin named Godfrey. You think you'd be free of gods, but like, whatever, it's on you.
Free of gods. I serve Argynvost, the dragon.
God is dead.
Well, yeah, but the dragon is basically a deity at this point. Like, he's pretty strong. Regardless.
That's pretty awesome.
Neither here nor there.
He's the best dragon.
So,
I'm just gonna say, he's a pretty good dragon.
I haven't met many, and I can't meet this one because he's dead. Ha! Anyways, sorry. Honestly, that was below the belt, man. I'm sorry. You know what? I regretted that as soon as I said it. So how about this? What if we did your plan, but we did it instead this way? I went in there and I said, "Hey, would you like to get vengeance on Twinkle Toes?" And then he said yes.
Strahd?
And then we went, yeah, that one. And then we went and found the dragon head and killed him.
Killed Strahd.
But that's what.
Yeah.
Vladimir is aware of you now. If you attempt to assault Strahd, he will stop you. He will find you and he will stop you.
Oh my God, he's no fun. This guy sucks already.
But if we can,
He doesn't want to attack Strahd.
But
Alright, whatever.
If we can light Argynvost's beacon, we can give him a line back to Argynvost. We can give him a purpose and a meaning. It seems the dragon spirit said to show us the light, the beacon. That is the light that the beacon once shone over all of
Makes his hand
Barovia.
flame with secret light and goes, light?
That is, you're comparing a candle to the sun.
Well, we light the beacon. Why do we need the head?
Well, we need the skull to light the beacon. The beacon is still dormant, even though we've brought all of Argynvost's bones back. It still lies dormant. We cannot light the beacon. We've tried.
You at least have a heading for us then at this point.
A heading for the head.
Thank you. Doc, thank you. High five.
High
Glad you got that
five.
one, man. Sometimes I lay him out there and no one gets him, but it's alright.
Well,
Sometimes that joke just goes over their head.
Honestly, it really does. Again, Nux. That's top tier.
Chestnut.
Chestnuts indeed.
very chestnuts. It was taken with Strahd when he assaulted the castle. He took it with him when he left. I imagine he keeps it safe. The rest of the revenants here are loyal to Vladimir. As long as I appear to enact his will, they will obey me. I was his second, I was his lieutenant, and they will obey my commands. And I can offer you peace and solace in some limited capacity, very limited capacity.
What if we did this? You chase us out of the building. We'll go pick up our friends and we'll be chased out and never return.
Okay. I like where this
You
is
get
going.
it? You got it?
Until you return with the skull
With
of
the
Argynvost.
dragon. Yeah.
Yes.
So, are you ready? We're gonna practice here. You're gonna chase me a little bit. I'm gonna run away scared. Ready? Go.
Please, mortal.
I'm not immortal.
You are immortal. You can clearly die. I can kill you easily. You are pathetic. Look at you. You're all flesh and bones. And
Okay, well that's hurtful. I'm sorry. Listen, I
That's for the
just said
dragon
chase me,
thing.
not hurt me emotionally.
that's for the dead dragon
Fine,
comment.
whatever. So Kahn
It was him,
does
but-
literally like jaunt out. I will never come back here. So afraid. I will grab my friends and we will never return.
as Kahn is putting on this hilarious performance, Doc, what's your interjection here?
Yeah, get out of here, you damn mortal.
Godfrey's like, you have to flee too. You have to go too.
Oh.
You have to be very scared.
Oh God,
Run away.
no!
We have to sell it. Yeah, you have to look terrified. Otherwise, the revenants will think something is. You must flee.
Should I pee his pants?
Don't feed me to the dragon. I
You
didn't
don't
do
forget to
anything.
feed the fish.
Okay, sorry. I didn't know. I'm just trying to help.
Oh my god. So let me get this right. You guys want Godfrey Gwillem to chase you out of Argynvost's Holt viciously in such a manner that will convince the rest of them that he is chased you away for good. Yeah?
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
Okay.
It's foolproof.
He is absolutely taking the help action. I believe he actually has a spell that can help with this. Let me momentarily check.
And
really
we're
fast.
also gonna grab Jalin, obviously, because he's gonna most likely be Scooby-Dooing between doors at this rate, running from all of the Revenant that are trying to get him, because I did definitely give them his name.
You absolutely gave
So,
him his name.
I'll be
Yeah,
grabbing
they're trying to
him
kill
on the way
Jalin.
out. It's all part of the plan. You gotta trust the process.
Okay. As he chases you guys out, he is also going to trigger his aura of purity, which may or may not become relevant. Each of you, for the time that you are being chased by Sir Godfrey Gwillem, cannot become diseased, and you have resistance to poison damage. More importantly, you have advantage on saving throws against any kind of effect that causes blindness, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned. I've got that list.
Say that one more time.
Yeah. Basically, resistance to poison while he's chasing you. I don't think many of these things are going to become relevant. But resistance to poison, you can't be diseased, and advantage on saving. We're just going to call it advantage on saving throws. That's easier. Because it then lists every single condition.
Yeah, gotcha.
Resistance to poison can't be diseased. Advantage on saving throws.
Yep, while he's chasing you out of the castle, which is going to take a minute. It's quite a you're on the 3rd floor. He's chasing you all the way down the stairs.
Yeah,
I'm going to need a either deception or performance check from both of you guys at advantage with Godfrey Gwillem's help versus versus a lot of perception checks. There are like
hold on, you said persuasion? No, sorry, you said performance or deception?
That's right.
Okay, just want to check.
Everything relevant believes in the supernatural. But you already have advantage.
Golly!
Yeah.
2 full games, friends. It took me 2 full games to roll above an 11.
Nice. No.
What did you roll, a 12?
Close. No, I finally rolled like a 19, so it's a 22.
22, damn, that's pretty good. How about you, Doc?
16.
16, also quite good. And enough for both of you guys. I'm gonna roll one more for Godfrey Gwillem because he's part of this performance.
That's fine. Makes sense. He doesn't have to act well.
Would he be with advantage as well because they're doing it's a...
You're right. It is a joint thing. Woo, that's much better. 22.
I saw that. I heard that, and I was like,
with the advantage, 22. It would have been like a 15, but 22. It is a hella convincing performance as Godfrey Gwillem pulls his sword, says, "Flee, mortals, leave this place," and chases you, and you off you go.
No, don't kill me, you stupid evil paladin.
The Revenants and Vladimir and the Phantoms all easily fail. They are not going to top all of that. And as far as any of them are concerned, Godfrey Gwillem has chased you all from Argynvostholt in a fury. V, do you still have view into Argynvostholt at all? I don't think so. I think the entire visage melted away.
Yes. I mean, if she took it with her, right? Yeah.
Because
I guess the powers wouldn't keep it up. Yeah, she would wake up in my body, right? In my stead.
She would wake up in your body in your stead, which is going to be a real problem next week.
Not in my body, though. Not in my body, because we did actually swap. It's not like we swapped souls. Like, I am now in Avernus, and she'll just be in my place.
Freaky Friday.
Yeah, it's a very Freaky Friday. No, it's not Freaky Friday. Their actual bodies have swapped. It's not minds in different bodies.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying.
So then never mind. I would have not picked up that body then because it wasn't
Yeah, but
V's.
she does But she does look like me, but older. Which you guys don't know what happened to me, so
she has all of her powers.
But I know
for some reason I kind of aged.
She has all of her powers
already.
I know that your body was thrown out in the cold kind of situation because, like, that's what I'm saying. So, like, I'm thinking, would Kahn have grabbed it, seeing you, not looking like you?
I'm going to ask you this, Kahn. There's a couple of things that come into play. As he is chasing you down out of the castle, it would be a divergence to go to where V might have died, or the area where they might have cast her. You can very easily, also, from your understanding.
We swapped a while ago while you guys were still in dialogue, which means she may have had time to get up start walking?
That's
or...
what I'm saying. A lot has happened. Are you inclined to diverge your path off to where she went down?
Kahn's goal is to get the team back together.
But you wouldn't have known where in the you wouldn't have known that I got moved at all. Actually,
Correct. I would have gone back to the old spot because that's where
Okay.
Jalin was ish, and so
that's
like
where I'm not.
that's yeah. And then cool would have just kept going, grab Jalin, and headed out the kitchen kind of situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then circled back around later, possibly.
It's a very Scooby-Doo chase. In one door, out the other door. Everybody chasing all over the place as we head our way downstairs to the first floor. You all make your way to the first floor. A lot is happening. A lot has happened.
Maggie and Cosmo are dead.
Actually,
Like, there's a ghost, Kahn.
But yeah, trust me, I thoroughly understand that. I knew that was happened a while ago.
here's what we're gonna do. As you guys run down, there was that earthquake before, and then another as you're running, and then another, and as you guys finally hit the first floor, I need a dexterity. Actually, no, it wouldn't be dexterity. It would be a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, it's a Constitution saving throw. You both have advantage from God for Gwillem, but the DC is 17.
Oh, that's con saving throw?
It is a Constitution saving throw.
That's fine. $25.
25? Okay. Duck.
Mhm.
This is the big one.
Yeah, the saving throw part helped.
Oh, yeah. Damn, 25 con saving throw. That's incredible.
7.
7. As you guys make your way down, a absolute...
Advantage?
At advantage? You only got a 7?
Yeah.
Dang. As you guys make your way down, an absolutely mind-blowing blast of flame and force explodes throughout the entire halt. It goes through every single room. It goes out through the yards. It goes through everything in the entire area. Fire just engulfs every single room. On a save, you take less damage.
Oh, shoot.
2, 3,
It might not matter.
Let's find out how much it is.
Hold on.
Hey, it's low rolls.
I should have used that earlier.
Shit's going nuts here. This is gonna wipe out a lot of the bad guys in the halt, but 10, 15.
Some of them spiders too, or whatever we have.
It is actually a pretty low roll for what it is. Doing my math, 16. It is 16 on a success, and 8 on a fail in fire damage.
8. You mean 8 on a success?
Sorry,
16
I
on
said
a
that
fail.
backwards. Yeah, sorry. 8 on a success, 16 on a fail. So Doc takes 16 fire damage. Kahn takes 8 fire damage. I have to roll for everyone. They fail. They fail. They fail. Okay. Cool. Everybody failed, basically. So everybody's got 16 fire damage. And as this force, as you guys get to the first floor, this thing's exploding out. You guys are running for the exit and getting launched. You're running out of the castle, yeah? I'll say that spatially, this is gonna launch you guys like out. As you're heading for the door, you get launched out. So that's where the force damage comes in. It is a 12 force damage on a save, and 6 on a fail.
I'm down.
Kahn's
Wait,
down.
A second attack?
It's the force damage. The fire hit you and it launched you out, and
Okay.
you land in the yard. The
then
impact
another 12.
was the force. That's the full 12 on the second end of this. A massive explosion has wreaked Argynvostholt. Additionally, as you guys are going, Cosmo and Maggie were down in the first floor, Kahn, and they were just completely engulfed by the flames. You saw them as you were running down. They were cowering. And you didn't get a good look at them because you were also getting knocked out. Boom. This is a huge explosion of fire as you all land out in the yard. And above the castle, Doc, are you still up? Are you still, like, conscious?
Yeah.
Cool. Landon Snow, you roll over and you see a figure fly up above the castle. A flaming figure with huge fiery wings and a red flaming halo above her head and black armor as the Archangel Zariel enters Barovia for 40 minutes and is prone to wreak her wrath. Or rather, the vestige of the Archangel Zariel. It's not like... Anyway, doesn't matter. There's a lot of moving pieces here.
Careful, she's breaking one of the parts of the deal.
Which was?
Not to harm my mates.
She has... Her entrance has caused a rupture in the world. Like, by stepping between the worlds, there was just massive rupture between realities. A devil has entered Barovia. This is not allowed. This is not okay. But we've allowed a devil into Barovia. And I think that's where we close it off for tonight. Doc, you're up. Kahn is unconscious next to you. And this devilish figure flies up above the Barovia, above Argynvostholt. Sir Godfrey Gwillem has pled that you find the skull of Argynvostholt and return it to light the beacon and show the knights the light they have lost.
It doesn't matter if the knights are dead.
They have mostly failed their saves, but it wasn't enough damage to... well, you don't know. You don't know. The spiders are definitely gone. As are the doggies. This is a crazy episode, but I think that's where we have to close it off. We don't know where Jalin is. Perhaps we'll find out next week. And
Oh, I didn't grab him on the way out?
Oh, yeah.
we don't know where he is. Jalin can go through all kinds of shit. You guys did a bunch of things in this time. We don't know what Jalin did in this time. We'll sort out what happened with Jalin next week when he's here.
That's fair.
Sounds good.
And for now, I'll bid you all farewell. Thank you, the internet, for hanging out with us as always, and keep your wits about you on your own adventures through the mist. Please do not allow a devil into your world. Bye.
Literally. Yeah, no, it's a bad idea.
Waiting room, transition, and